It's huge. Being able to have him go out there and guard as many positions as he does and make the extra plays, the 50-50 balls, the winning plays, were a huge part to not only our win tonight, but the last couple games.
Did you feel this type of night coming from you from a shooting perspective?
Yeah, definitely.
When did you feel it? Pre-game?
Went to sleep a couple nights ago and I felt it.
Did the off days help? I mean, kind of maybe reset your mind a little bit?
No, what's cool is we have 82 games. You know, it's not like in college where you play a game and you sit out a week. You get the same opportunity, you know, a night away or 2 nights away, and it's really good, especially if you're a shooter.
What has your frustration level been with just your shot in the first few games?
To be honest, nothing. Because the shots that I were getting, they felt good, they looked good, and I shot the same shots today. Like, there were no different shots. He just went in.
So, Jordan, a couple nights ago, you said you felt like you were turning a corner, or felt like you had a good game coming. What was it? Did you have a good session that day, or
Nothing.
no?
Just sometimes they don't go in.
Yeah.
Like, I play 2K a lot, all the time. Sometimes they don't go in. You know what I'm saying? So we shoot all the time in practice and in the game and workouts. We play, like I said, 82 games. Like, it's just going to be some nights where they don't go in. And that's what I had to learn as a shooter very early on, especially being with Steph and Clay. Like, just some nights they just will not go in. And then, you know, you'll get back to your regular schedule program and you'll be all right.
How much fun is it that this team is sort of building a defensive identity? Steve was talking about that a few minutes ago, and just so many different guys are doing the little things to make this work.
Yeah, it feels really cohesive. Everybody, we feel like we're on the string and everybody's together. Being able just to trust your back line, and we have a lot of vets too, which makes a big difference, and they've seen it so many times. You know, they have, you know, countless years on the young guys. So the earlier that they are able to tell us, show us, you know, it really helps a lot, because the vets are going to do, you know, what it is that they do no matter what.
You know, you mentioned, you know, knowing, you know, 82-game season and all that. I'm curious. Clay's had a couple seasons where he started very cold, and Steph obviously has had cold patches. Did you talk to either of them about those things?
Yeah, I asked questions, and it's not just this year. It was my rookie year and my sophomore year, and I think Clay told me last game, like, before he hit 14 threes in Chicago, like, he was shooting 15% or something like that. And, you know, Clay may be the second, first, third, arguably, you know, one of the best shooters of all time. So when you hear something like that from him, and Steph gives you input, come on now, like, you got to obviously take that, you know, into consideration.
How good a defender is Gary in practice?
I don't know. Ask Gary. When you see Gary, ask Gary. Gary can't guard me.
Ooh, all right.
There was a point in the third quarter when you and Gary really had it going, and, you know, the crowd was getting into it, and you were getting into. What was the message you wanted to give to the crowd when you were, like, getting them going?
Yeah, I've been kind of wanting to do that since my rookie year. You know, everybody in Chase's back, and you feel the energy, and you feel how electric it is. And they were a huge part to our win tonight. They're so loud, and they're so consistent, and they're cheering. And once you hear that and you feel that, especially on the court as a player, like, GP's getting steals, we're getting fast break layups, you know, we're getting threes, we're getting dunks. And I just kind of been holding that in for 3 years. I just wanted to go ahead and get that out, you know, and let Chase Center, let San Francisco, let Oakland, you know, let the whole Bay know, like we're here, you know, and it feels good. And, you know, we got a little run going on, so we're just trying to stay with it.
We have one real quick from a San Jose State student on Zoom.
Yo.
I can unmute you. Oh, hold on 1 second. Go ahead. Now.
You had a career high 4 steals today. I wanted to ask, how much do you focus on your defensive game when you're still trying to find your shot? We saw you find it today. But as your defensive team, I'd like to say, how much are you putting into that while still trying to find your shot?
Just trying to get better every day on the offensive end, on the defensive end, and the coaching staff. You know, they do a really good job of lighting the fire under me. You know, Coach Kerr and Mike Brown. These last couple of weeks really been kind of want me to be that next guy in defending, and they know the offense is going to be there. So just being able to come in, night out, and just compete on the defensive end, it definitely helps our team a lot.